Hi Libras. So I will be doing a tarot reading for the time period of the lunar eclipse in January 2020. And lunar eclipse always falls on a full moon. Full moon is associated with ending of cycles, completion, in order for something new to begin, something new to grow. This lunar eclipse is a little bit emotional. Lunar eclipses are always about our own needs and our own desires, as opposed to external circumstances. So it would naturally uh, strip us out of all the strength that we have in order to present to us our deepest, darkest truths, our emotions. How do we feel? So we can make adjustments to how do we want to feel, what do we need to change in order to change things so we feel better. And it's this lunar eclipse, the moon enters in Cancer is also very emotional and nurturing sign, so this intensifies the emotions a little bit as well. Directly opposite the moon in the Cancer, we have Capricorn and a big cluster of planets that, in short, bring a lot of doubts and a lot of past memories and a lot of our shadows, really. So if we decide that we want to make a change, we automatically will be presented with all those reasons why we shouldn't. So that's why it's important to reflect and listen to those fears, question every scary voice we have in the head, and power through and still move towards where we want to go rather than going back. Because if we go back, we're just going to repeat a cycle in order to learn lessons that we didn't learn the last time. For everybody is different which area of life this lunar eclipse is going to affect. For Libras, depending on when exactly you were born, you might get affected. Most of us will get affected on the fourth house, since Cancer is the one ruling the fourth house, which is the home environment, literally the place where you live and the family you live with. So it could be changes in terms of moving, where you live temporarily or permanently, people moving in or people moving out of your home environment. It can also affect your ninth house, which is in regards to expanding learnings, teachings. Maybe if you were planning to teach and you never did, maybe this time is going to help you do this. Traveling, long distance, short distance, speaking, writing, spirituality, maybe getting closer to God, divine guidance, universe, whatever you follow. Um, and the eighth house, I believe. Sorry, I'm just looking in my computer. Sorry, the 10th house. The 10th house, which is ruled by the Capricorn. So this is going to be affecting work, career, discipline and responsibilities. If you have been responsible for something for a long time, maybe this lunar eclipse will bring this to an end and your responsibility will end there, so you will be relieved. So lunar eclipse doesn't, it's a bittersweet thing, so some things may come to an end, but new better things will come after that. So I'm gonna do a tarot reading now, and let's see what the tarot says about this period of time for you. So this is going to be a general reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave out what doesn't. Or if it doesn't resonate, check your moon, rising, and Venus. And if it resonates with you, please subscribe, give me thumbs up so I know you like it and I can post more. One more shuffle for Libra. Right. Let's do the strongest energy for Libra during the lunar eclipse time in January 2020, please. Give me the strongest energy. So we have the Hierophant, which is, structure and traditions. Sorry, I've lost the card. We have strength. And one more, please. and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I do see here commitments. So maybe something, I get the feeling that this is something that you have been having for a long time, like a commitment in working for something, working towards something. Um, and I see here that you've also have been, kind of putting in a lot of work. It's almost like mind over matter situation. And I also feel like for a lot of you, this could be in relationship to a family, relating to a family structure. I don't know why I'm getting father, so I don't know, maybe for a lot of you, this might be in relation to your father, something that you have been doing. I'm getting here, somebody has been doing something because that's what their father wanted them to do. And it's almost like this person has gone against their will, their own emotions, their own needs and desires to satisfy the father figure. But let's break it down. This can be many different things. So let's break it down and see what else is going to come out. What's the Hierophant here for? This could be also marriage for some of you. So we've got the Star card. So I'm getting here a very strong feeling of a things. If somebody hasn't been in contact with their father, or not in a good relationship with their father, at this time I feel like this relationship is going to get healed. I feel like the person, the child in this situation is going to receive some sort of clarity during this time, almost like ready to forgive, ready to heal this relationship, and this relationship is going to improve. Let me see, what else? Why is the Star here? So we have the Four of Cups. Yes, there is some sort of like an apology coming here. There is healing after an apology. What's the Star and the Four of Cups here for? Three of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. I strongly feel like if Libra, this is you and you had to heal the relationship with your father figure, I strongly feel like during this time you are really observant of the bigger picture of life in general and relationships and how things are. And I'm getting the feeling that you do look at a bigger picture and try to see things from a bigger perspective, but also you explore a different options. How can I do this? What would happen if I do this? And what would happen if I do this? And considering all this, I feel like there's some sort of apology coming, offering coming for this healing to take place. What was the Three of Cups and Three of Wands and Seven of Cups here, please? We've got Five of Swords and the King of Wands. So I do feel like somebody was just kind of stubborn all this time. Although they felt very very defeated, and they felt like they weren't in a good place, like a mental kind of it's almost like when you win, but you really played yourself instead of winning. And this person had kind of a ego and didn't want to approach the situation in a different way out of their own ego, just because they didn't want to admit that that's how they feel. This is what I'm getting. Right, what's the Strength card here for? Strength card. Okay, too many cards. What's the Strength card for, Libra? We got the Knight of Cups. Okay. And then the Hermit. Yeah, so I'm still here in the same message. I feel like someone is really, after spending a long time, I have the feeling of a long time of kind of soul searching, and maybe some of you will be having this time during this period of time, like, because emotions will arise, and we'll be able to reflect on situations from the past, and we'll have this time to look at the bigger picture. And I feel like some of you will be in this situation, and will decide to kind of turn towards light and offer an apology or some sort of resolution. What's the Hermit here for? We've got Justice. Yeah, just evening things out, like making things even, equal. Okay. And Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles I always see as the kind of like almost like the mother figure. So like I have the feeling that I don't know if this reading is very specific, but I'm getting this sorry, I'm just reading what I'm getting, and I get this feeling of somebody also bringing this situation to an even, almost like, okay, it's not that I fully forgive, but I'm gonna be the bigger person just because my mother is also here, and I need to honor her as well and respect her. It's almost like things are out of respect. What's Queen of Pentacles and Justice? High Priestess. Okay, yes. And then the Moon. Yeah, like again, just being in a very deep exploring oneself space, where probably you had to go deep within in the time of the Cancer lunar eclipse. We have the Cancer full moon here, and a soul search and find your inner wisdom, with the High Priestess, and come out of this hermit mode and do the offering, for this healing to happen. What's the High Priestess in the Moon for? We have the Lovers. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles. Right. So in this case here, I'm getting that whoever was in this hermit mode had to go and face themselves. Do this shadow work with the Lovers card. Do the shadow work. Face themselves. And like change the frequency of how they move in life. And realize that when they do this, and when they take care of themselves with the Nine of Pentacles, when they take care of themselves, when they honor themselves, they don't need the like they become a better person, their frequency changes. And that's where the healing comes from. So I feel like there is somebody here dealing with deeper childhood issues in regards to the father figure. What's the Knight of Pentacles? And only after this person has done this shadow work in themselves, dealt with the version of themselves that needed to be dealt with, only then they heal, and they can heal other relationships as well, because there is nobody else outside of us. It's just us and the relationship with ourselves. What was the Knight of Pentacles? We've got the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. So I feel like there is someone here who has the need of slowing down and balancing their energy, becoming to a more stable place. And I feel like during this lunar eclipse, this is exactly what's going to happen. I feel like you're going to slow down your energy and just become more stable and probably more forgiving as well. What's the Four of Wands here for? The Three of Cups. Okay, we have like reconciliation and celebration, and you know, with the Four of Wands, this is family, and the Three of Cups, like people coming together and celebrating. So it's really good energy. And the Eight of Cups, and I feel like, yes, like you are walking towards that. You're slowly moving towards that. It took you time. It took you time to leave out, like, if there was any fire about the situation, any kind of like ego and you know, maybe anger and something like this. I feel like this situation is being resolved during this time. Right, let's see, what advice can we seek during this time for Libra? What advice can we get for Libra here for the lunar eclipse during January? What advice, challenges and advice for Libra, please? Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. Okay, so challenges and advice, and the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So we have this obviously heartache, disappointment and sadness here, and then as a challenge we have the Queen of Cups, which says be more compassionate. Be more compassionate with yourself, be more compassionate with others, be more nurturing. Come from a place of heart. And advice is offer. Learn the lessons. Stop focusing on what's lost. Focus on the lesson and make an offering or receive an offering. If somebody is giving you an apology, receive it. Come from a place of heart. Thank you, Libra, for watching.